I've had so many epiphanies today and downloads, it's just crazy. The thing I wanted to talk about in this video is kind of something I just alluded to in my IG, which is knowing your relationship type. Okay, so we've all been given this, let's say, ideal, right? That man meets woman, woman meets man, they fall in love. It's meant to be just two people, white picket fence, house, 2.5 kids, a dog, all of that. And that's the story, the ideal of what we're told as a society we need to strive for. Okay? And then, as you know, or as you've probably been through, different relationships have different facets and different needs and different meanings of what the relationships are all about. But what you need to determine, okay, is although we all have been given this ideal to strive for, that's not necessarily what works for everybody. Okay, so maybe Joe and Susie, their relationship works and they're together 24/7, and that works for them, and that's perfect. But maybe Bob and Frank, maybe they can only handle seeing each other 2 nights a week, and then that's good enough for them. And one has their house, one has his house, and the other guy has his house. But yet they meet up and they come together when they can. The point is determining your relationship type, what a relationship means to you, how frequently you need to see somebody, how frequently they need to see somebody, and finding out if what you need for your relationship to work for you and if what they need for their relationship to work for them really jives. And I think the issue that a lot of people have is that we're not having that communication up front. So I might go into a relationship having that assumption that, okay, yeah, cool, it's just you and me. You need to talk to me every day, and you're not to flirt with other women. And that to me is my version of a satisfying relationship. But yet his version might be, okay, yes, we're together. I don't need to talk to you every day. And yes, I can still flirt with whoever I want. And that's his version of a relationship that makes him happy. But the problem is that I have my ideal, he has his ideal, and we've never come together and talked about that in the beginning and then figured out if that's going to work for us. What happens is I go into the relationship, he goes into the relationship's forming, and then I go, oh, wait a minute, you're still flirting with other chicks. And he's like, yeah, that's okay. And I'm like, hold on, no, it's not. And you're already invested emotionally into this relationship, and now you're at the point where you didn't have that conversation in the beginning, so how do we work it out now? And then sometimes what will happen is one person will compromise, usually this person over here, and then what happens is they're trying to compromise and trying to change their ideals to fit the relationship that this person wants. And then because they're always compromising and this person's not compromising, then this person starts to create resentment. So basically, and I've tried explaining this many times, dating, getting into a relationship, whatever you're doing, first of all, know your relationship type, know what you need, know what you want. That's number one. Knowing too what you need and want, and from a person, their qualities, etc. That's paramount too. But number three, you got to look at it almost like before you invest any emotion. Okay, look at the situation logically. Look at it like a job interview. Look at it like you're signing a contract, okay? Look at it like it's a job. I'm going to go in, I'm going to interview you. Do you smoke? Okay, yes you do. All right, you're already disqualified. Gone. Bye. See you later. Okay, the next person. Okay, no, he doesn't smoke. Perfect. Cool. Great. He works out. Oh, perfect. Great. Cool. But now this guy has a 2-year-old. Yeah, not going to work for me. Nice meeting you. Next candidate. And kind of eliminate things logically first. And then go, well, you know what? Social media was an issue for me in my past relationship, probably because, that person had certain ideals around social media. I didn't. How do you feel about social media? Okay. And then figuring out, can I deal with that? Do I want to deal with that? That's the next thing. How often do you like to see your partner? Because if it's only once a week, that's not going to work for me. If it's twice a week, maybe we can work with that, and vice versa. So having those conversations in the beginning getting it all out. Write your fucking dating contract. Okay, so we're gonna see each other several times a week, and you won't be texting other women, and whatever, right? Because that's where the communication breakdown starts, and that's when you start to have problems. Because in the beginning, everything's great. Oh my God, he fucking fell from the heavens, and his body's chiseled from Michelangelo, right? And everything's great, and then you're like, oh, hold on a minute, this shit's going downhill fast. And it's because you guys haven't probably had that conversation in the beginning. What does your relationship look like to you? What does it look like to him? What are the boundaries, the standards, the expectations? Discuss all of that before you emotionally invest so much, and then it turns out not being the one for you. All right, so I hope that helps. Best luck.